Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
When you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Darnold from the gun, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, alert 3, get the 6. Put it now. That's it. Shit.
Now it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, and an alley to run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Corey Grant, 87 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check it backer, check it backer. Man, 80.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
In your face.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
15-yard loss. It's 2nd down.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Darnold. Flushed out right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Bell. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 10, go on. Be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 37.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Completes it to Corey Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. 7-7, our score after one.
7-7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 24, Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
On the set. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Tackle. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We're going to start. Check Mike 34. Mike 34. Man, I got you. 34's the Mike. He's ready. Come on. Wide. Get wide.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold complete here. It's high. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets it down to the 32. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Y'all not ready. Go. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. Check.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Finds the mic. Finds the mic.
Jackson to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check curls, check curls.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I know he ain't got it.
Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check.
Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's going to fire and got his man complete. 30. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there just before halftime. And even 70 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. High five, high five.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up third down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. Side. 52, Mike, 52. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Back two, the Mike. Back two, Mike, back two. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, Eddie. Tighten up.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Jets.
You're outside. 52. Mike 52. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
54. Mike 54. You don't want none. You don't get that.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check tight.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get up. Get up. 52's a Mike.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold caught here by Bell. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Darnold. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Switch up, switch up. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Shoot!
Now Jackson on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The tackle made by Jordan Willis. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
And an alley to run. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Grant. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Jets' 34-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Get him on. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DJ Chark with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Justin Houston on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Who there? Who there? Go. Check 26. Check 26. Check 31. Check 30. Go.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's fourth down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Silver. Check safety.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
57 to Mike. Here we go. Watch the ship.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 4-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
We on now. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Lady, for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. Red 80. Check. 34.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's got some space here. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Perriman, 96 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jets on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Jets on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Turn the engine. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Slam.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 42 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break. Put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Darnold from the gun. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's an end around with Perriman. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Undercrush.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Under 10.
Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Lady. Ready.
To throw is Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Jackson to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And some room to work. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Bright. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Baltimore, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this.